Hey, what's good, y'all? Fusion back with another video. Yesterday we went over the Central Division, as well as the day before we did the Atlantic Division. So definitely go ahead and check those out. Link in the description down below. But we got the Southeast. Not really much changed here. Miami failed another opportunity to score another big name guy on that team. So let's go ahead and just get started. The Atlanta Hawks. Personally, I feel like they're just going to do exactly what they did last year. I don't think that Trae Young and DeJounte Murray work well together. I think they're both ball dominant guards, and without a true point guard on their team, I feel like they'll have trouble sharing that rock. Patty Mills was a solid guy here. I think that he can break that up a little bit, but Wesley Matthews, DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, Bojan Bogdanovic, not really any Clint Capella, not really. I don't think that this is a winning roster. I don't think this is a competitive playoff roster yet. I could see them making some changes again during the prior to the trade deadline, but I just don't really have faith in this Hawks team until they pick up a little bit more size, and I feel like they need to change their guards around just a little bit, in my opinion. I just don't think that those two work well together. That's just my thoughts. The Charlotte Hornets. If I have my camera on, I'm just shaking my head because I feel like this should be a fun, solid team to watch. But they just can't get their shit together. They just cannot get their shit together at all. First, you got niggas beating their wife and shit. And then we got people trying to rap. And it sucks. Because Miles Bridges got some bars. That dude can rap. He raps better than he plays. He's a very athletic guy who I feel like works well with LaMelo, who is a pass-first sort of guy. The lobs, back cuts, as well as Terry Rozier, who is a bona fide scorer who can get you a bucket when you need it. Gordon Hayward, always been a solid player. He'll get you 10 to 15 easy. PJ Washington, solid. Brandon Miller, solid. But I think they just need a total rehaul, and I think they need some veteran leadership. And it's supposed to be Gordon Hayward, but I don't think his voice is of that veteran leadership type of voice. It should be, and there was a time when Gordon Hayward was a solid second option on the Jazz, but I don't think he works well with this type of team, which is interesting because I also think that he is a very versatile player, but it's just not working. I think that they need to make some changes. They need to find an identity. And they just need to stop getting into trouble, man. Because I think that this team could be fun and solid, like, to watch, but they just need to figure it out. Not looking good, to be honest. I'm going to skip the Heat for now. Let's go to the Magic. The Orlando Magic. We got Maga God here. And Paulo, because he's some great stuff happening there. But to be honest, bro, it's the Magic. I have no faith in the Magic to do anything yet. I feel like they're missing a lot. I feel like until they figure out what type of team that they want to be, Cole Anthony needs to figure out who he is as a player. He's a athletic guy, I guess. Man, that dunk contest, bro, like when he dunked with Tim's on. Who cares if you're dunking with Tim's, bro? That shit is stupid. That sort of made me mad because I feel like he's a solid player. He has great scoring ability. He can shoot the ball. There are times where I'm seeing great decision making, but then there are times where he's doing some random shit. So I feel like this is another team who could use a strong vet to really set these guys on the right path. With Gary Harris, Markelle Fultz. Again, I could see somebody going over there, changing that team around mentally, and then making them better. Joe Ingles. I just think they're missing pieces, and I think they got a lot of decent trade pieces here. I could see them really getting rid of Cole Anthony. I think he would be solid on a Lakers or a Warriors or even like the Heat. Someone who is showy but can work in a showy system well. That's my thoughts on that. Mac McClung. He won a dunk contest. Next, the Washington Wizards. I think the Washington Wizards will be fun to watch. You got two players who are known to just score. Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole. I think it'll be interesting to watch. I think that I don't know how competitive that they'll be as far as going to the playoffs, but I know that they're going to put the ball in the basket. Taj Gibson, they're going to put the ball in the basket and they're going to have a fun time doing it. So I think they'll be fun to watch. Landry Shamet, they'll be fun to watch. Miami, they failed this offseason with picking up anything worth anything. Again. So I think they're just going to do the same thing that they did last year, which is make it all the way there, but put so much on Jimmy Butler that he's going to run out of gas towards the end and then they're going to lose. That's what I'm seeing. They had a chance to get Dame, who could take a little bit of the offensive load off of Jimmy Butler. Drew Holiday would have been a solid pickup, adding that defensive line to take the defensive pressure, at least some of it, off of Jimmy Butler. I don't know, man. Tyler Hero, he was injured last year towards the end of the playoffs, so I feel like he'll be interesting to see how he comes back and plays. Kyle Lowry, he's on his last leg, so I feel like he's on his way out. Kevin Love, he ain't gonna do anything. Bam Adebayo, he's gonna act like he's gonna do something. He'll get you some blocks and some rebounds, but at the end of the day, he ain't gonna do shit. I feel like this team has pieces. I feel like this team can be pushed to that finals or be a solid team in the playoffs, like they always have been. But they made it there, and now they just need something to get over that hump, and they aren't actively trying to get anything to go over that hump. And I think that's the problem. I don't think they should get James Harden, because James Harden is going to do some fuck shit. He's going to go get some hoes instead of worrying about hooping, because he's in Miami. So that's going to fuck with him. Like, they had a chance, bro. Like, they really had a chance to really fix this roster up, improve the roster, get rid of some cap and some space to really sign great players next year, as well as this coming season, picking up something here. They need to make a change over the trade deadline, or they're going to do the exact same thing again. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on the Heat. And I'm being hard on the Heat because I have them as the best in the Southeast. Second, I guess I have the Hawks. Third, I guess I'll go with the Wizards. Fourth, Charlotte. Fifth is Magic. To be honest, who gives a shit about the Southeast except for the Heat? Everyone else is just like whatever. But I think that's everything from the East side here. So let's just go over the whole one here. I have maybe 4 or 5 teams that I feel like could be a problem in the East as a whole. Boston, Milwaukee, Miami. I have question marks by the 76ers because they could be an issue. The Cavs, and I have a question mark by the Bulls as well. I think those 5 to 6 teams could cause issues in the East, and I think could be very successful if everything goes according to plan, barring injuries and nonsense stuff that happens. Especially with the 76ers, I think that you always have to have an asterisk by that, and whichever team has James Harden, you always got to have an asterisk by it. But that's my thoughts on the Southeast as well as the Eastern Conference as a whole. So tomorrow we got the Northwest. And like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.